Welcome to Coffee with the Mayor. I'm Deb Vitrelli, and we are broadcasting live from the top of Tampa Bay in beautiful downtown Oldsmar with our host, Oldsmar Mayor Eric Seidel. These segments are featured each Wednesday morning following an Oldsmar City Council meeting for the community. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning. How are you?
I feel sad for you.
Why do you feel sad?
Tom Brady.
It was such a bad night. It was no fun.
No, I know.
You're going to start off the show with that. Huh? Ow.
Ooh, chow.
Oh, all right.
I just want to give you a hug, that's all. I know you're a big Bix fan.
That's it.
So before we begin, we encourage our viewing audience to submit any questions you may have during this segment by commenting on our Facebook live feed. And you can always email Mayor Seidel at eseidel@myoldsmar.com. So Coffee with the Mayor is to keep our community informed on highlights from last night's City Council meeting. I'm sure there were some pretty interesting comments during Citizens Open Forum.
Yeah, we had a few.
Always are.
Yeah, we always have a few. It was good. A few things. One, Doug Beavis, former Mayor Beavis, was there talking about the density issue.
Oh, wow.
And so he gave a demonstration of it. I'd encourage people to go look at it. And I think he did a nice job of explaining kind of the difference between an incentive versus changing the density.
Oh, nice.
And so that was on there. And then we had Oldsmar Friends of the Arts. Suda was there.
Yeah.
She's promoting the new event they're doing. It's Mardi Gras 2022, which is going to be fun. It's going to be held March 1st from 6 to 9. And it's going to be over next to the library. They're doing something a little different. I think they're envisioning something there in the future.
I wonder
maybe
what.
a black box theater. And so for more information, you can go to, let's see, ofota.org, which is short for Oldsmar Friends of the Arts.
Yeah.
I stopped myself there. So she was there, and I encourage people to go take a look at it. We also had Becky Alfonso was there. She was talking about this new program that the Florida Bicycle Association has. It's statewide, and it's a Mayor's Bicycle Safety Challenge being done statewide. It's for education and advocacy of bike safety.
Oh, cool.
And so what you do is you go to their website and take a quiz. It's at flbikesafetyquiz.com.
Okay.
So go check it out. It's certainly worth investing your time. And there you go.
I'll make a note of that one.
Yeah.
Oh. City Manager Felicia Donnelly presented the Business of the Quarter Award last night for the fourth quarter of 2021. Who was the award presented to?
Well, it was actually, it says Business of the Quarter on the script, but it was actually the City Manager Award.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. So Rachel Marshall, who is the president of the Oldsmar Organic Community Garden.
Oh, nice.
Over on Lafayette. And she is there every day.
I believe, yeah, she is.
Totally owns it and taken it over, and really some leadership there, which has been great for the organization. And so, yes, she was recognized last night, and well-deserved, I might add.
Good.
Yeah, so it's nice.
Nice. So in the CRA, approval was requested for the revised conceptual plan for the city-owned property located adjacent to the library. Was this approved?
It was, and just for clarity, what we were approving was the revised concept plan, right? So people are aware. It will start a process that I'll talk about in a second. It's kind of our next agenda item, but it was approved. What we're talking about, there are 82 units over there next to what's been known as the library property. Mm-hmm. And of course, we've expanded the space for the black box theater, kind of envisioning what might come out of some of the research we do when we start that process. Yeah. But the unique part about this is the units that face along St. Pete, they are what they call live here, work here units. Mm-hmm. And so on the ground floor facing out to St. Pete, there's opportunities for small shops. And some are kind of strategically placed. We're on the corner of a building, of the buildings that are being presented. There's an opportunity for a cafe.
Oh, lovely.
And so it's a great concept, but it's early in the process. But they did revise the concept plan that was put out months ago. It's been almost a year, I think, since it was first put out. And so what I would do is encourage everyone, go to the agenda item, click on it, and you will be able to it takes you right to the graphics. I know it's going to be updated on the website,
I'm sure.
downtownoldsmar.com, but it's probably not up quite this fast since it was last night.
Yeah.
But go take a look at it. I think that John Buse, who is, a designer in that and a partner in that, along with Devin Rushnell, LLC is the company. They did a terrific job in I think, improving the architecture that's over there. So it's exciting, but it's the start of a process. And, what I like is that they've listened to some of the feedback very well. There was that old school street in the back corner that dropped into that neighborhood. They removed it out of the plans completely. They've added some more green space. They listened about the additional theater space we think we might need. And so they've done a lot of good work on it. And so this is really kind of moving into the next agenda item. There was at the last meeting, or it might have been the meeting before, I had suggested that since we don't have it as officially part of our process, that we add open houses into development agreement approvals.
Yeah.
Right? And so essentially what it's doing, instead of it being just a public hearing, which is what we'll continue to have, our charter requires that, our policies, but we'll interject in between getting to an actual vote where we have, and we decided last night officially to add 3 for public land that is subject to a development agreement for development, right? And so this project will be subject to that as well.
Yeah.
And so what that does is it puts it out there in the public, and we'll try to do it at different locations at different times so that it can accommodate more people's schedules. And it's, people come in and ask questions, and they'll have it set up where, different parts of the plan are highlighted. But we've done something similar in the past. It was years ago. But so it was really quite successful when we did that. We also did it out at some of the work that we've been doing out at Harbor Palms to let the citizens know what to expect. And so here's what we asked the city manager and staff to go work that into a process. And so last night, the city manager came back and made recommendations, and we approved this. Essentially, after the city manager determines that a mutually acceptable agreement has been reached, the city manager would come back and present the essential terms of the agreement to the council. We would then we would not take a vote, but we would then go, assuming we move forward, we would then go and have public open houses conducted. We decided last night to make it 3 minimum.
Okay.
After that, the council will review the public comments from the open houses and the essential terms. If approved, at that point, what the council does is we essentially direct the city attorney to go create the legal documents to perfect an agreement. The city attorney creates the documents. The city manager then takes that information. It would go on to the planning board with the city manager's recommendation. After the planning board reviews and makes a recommendation to council, then it comes back to the council for 2 public hearings. And if it's all passed, then we sign a development agreement.
Wow.
So other than that, it just happens in a snap. No, it's a process. And, look, it's no secret that, the work that's been done so far on the concept plans for next door at City Hall has certainly created an awful lot of good, meaningful discussion about, we've had this process that's been required by our policies that have been there for quite some time, and they needed some updating.
Yeah.
And so we've tried to do that. So that's where that all comes about. But I would encourage people, there's a nice presentation that Mr. Buse did last night, and I would encourage them to go watch that because there are questions that the council asked that got answered. And so it's, I forget what agenda item is, but it's under the CRA. So go take a look and let us know what you think.
Got it.
But the Black Box of Theater is exciting.
Yeah, I bet.
Along with the other
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. That's going to be a project.
Because we're next door, so.
Yeah, well, that's true.
We get parking spaces.
That's it. That's it. It's a really cool setup, though.
Nice. Look forward to seeing that. Approval was requested from the city manager for quite a few special event applications. Were these approved?
Yeah, we had 2 in particular. One was Tribute to the Troops, which is Sunday, February 27th.
Okay.
And I'd encourage people to go to the agenda item, look at the details. Any of the things that we cover in here, the agenda item, if you click on it, it will take you to all the full backup for it. And so anytime, we don't, we try to keep this short to 20 minutes.
Right.
So we don't go take that deep of a dive.
Yeah.
Right?
Through the packet? Yeah. No.
And then the other event, which is a new event, it's the Pinellas Festival of Community Bands.
That's a big fun one.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah.
And so they bring, it's an organization, I think they're based in Dunedin.
They are.
Okay. And so they've been reaching out to other communities to try to expand their reach. But they came to us and wanted to do this at Orioles Park because, listen, city has a reputation of putting on nice, fun events. It's got a good venue for it out at the park. It's relaxing. And so in any event, we did approve it. That's going to be April 9th, which is a Saturday. And they have marching bands and all kinds of other detail. They'll get more promotions as it gets closer.
Oh, yeah.
But you have this look on your face like you already know a lot about it.
No.
Go ahead, share. Go ahead.
No. I met them. So wonderful people. The organization's got their stuff together. They do it at a few other locations. So now what they're talking about doing is making a constant rotation. So every 3 years it would come back into Oldsmar. So which is really nice.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they learned something new.
Well, I'm glad that you invited me this
Oh,
morning.
no problem.
Yeah. That's good. Well, that's cool. No, it sounds like a really fun event.
Yeah.
And I like the idea that it comes every 3 years. I didn't know that. So that's good because it's not that having it every year isn't a good idea, but I think it probably keeps it fresh.
Yeah. They rotate through the county.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you enjoy it enough, maybe it's an opportunity for you to go experience something somewhere else.
That's true.
And then you'll be reminded of how much you love Oldsmar. So you'll probably never go back again. No,
Yeah.
Just kidding.
We should put together a ukulele band from Oldsmar.
That's what we need. Made up of council members, yeah.
There you go. Well, were there any other key items or actions from the meeting or announcements?
Yeah, a few announcements. One, we have a new art exhibit that got officially launched last night. And it's called Stitched. And it's about quilts.
Appropriate.
And we have a couple of different organizations that are there displaying their quilts. As a matter of fact, if you drive down, you drive to City Hall going down Park, and you kind of look up where the stairs are, there's a beautiful quilt right there that, I don't know, it just catches your eyes if you just kind of look at it.
Nice.
But they have had a nice turnout last night, and of course that's going to be open for a while now. And so we encourage people to stop by City Hall and enjoy it.
And they can vote too. They're doing a People's Choice, right?
Award. That's right. That's right. So
interesting.
Come by, pick your favorite one out. I think some of them are for sale too.
They might be. They're people can vote on 3, I think. So the little ballots, we walk in, ask the receptionist for one, and
there you go.
Cast your votes.
Cast your votes. Of course, science at the park, Science Saturday.
Science Saturday, yeah.
It's going to be the 5th coming up here. We tried to have it a week or so ago, and we were afraid the kids would get frostbite.
Yeah.
But it's a fun way for kids to get involved, learn more about water quality and the bay. It's kind of a series of Save the Bay type stuff.
Yeah.
We're trying to involve more people in understanding our bay and the importance it plays. And so it's a really good hands-on experience for the kids. And that's at 9 a.m. The 5th, which is this weekend.
Yes, it is.
It's already the 5th. Can you believe it?
No, it's flying by.
It is flying by.
Yeah.
And so the only other thing, I got a couple little things that talk about. We have this new competition going. That's kind of fun. And it's the Oldsmar Pets Photo Contest. And you can go online and learn more about it on our website.
ExperienceOldsmar.com.
Experience Oldsmar.
Yeah.
And it's a great opportunity to submit pictures of your pets. And I think it's going to be pretty interesting, actually.
I think we've gotten probably over 30 submissions already.
I heard that.
It's blowing up.
It started on the 1st. I don't know if this works. Probably not. But
you're good.
Gives you an idea. But it's a fun competition, and so we encourage everyone to come out and participate. And then, of course, I have to point this out because Experience Oldsmar's new magazine just came out, and there's a lot of interesting information in it. And we have this really cool Oldsmar in Orbit project that we're doing. And I really encourage everyone to go experience that. Nicole Stott,
yeah.
She was on the cover of the magazine. She's an actual astronaut. And a lot of us had the opportunity to meet her when she came in to do some of the recordings. But this is a program that if you go into, you'll see that on the inside, it tells you all about it. And it's actually where we have planets separated, to scale, moved out, so that you can experience a little bit more about the solar system. And you also have the opportunity to scan and learn about each one of the planets.
Yeah.
And so it's really something new. It's not something that's been done around here before. So it should be really exciting. And, of course, there's some other articles in here, one about our new city manager.
Yeah.
So I think that it's a good article, and so we hope that everyone enjoys this. And once again, props to our group, our crew who worked so hard on this magazine. Really,
go, Mark.
They do a great job. Mark, Deb, the whole team putting this out. It's such a high quality publication, and we send it to everybody.
Yeah,
which is nice.
And if you don't get a copy and you're an Oldsmar resident, call us at City Hall, 813-749-1100, and give the receptionist your address so we can make sure you do get those copies.
Well, there you go. So do we have any questions on Facebook?
Let's see. Okay. Sean Swagger. I know in years past there have been multiple interested parties for each development project, but there's only one for each project now. Is it too late for other developers to approach the city with their proposal for the City Hall and or library parcels? If it's not too late, what would the best way to do so?
So to answer that question, no, somebody can submit an unsolicited request proposal. Keep in mind, however, with both proposals, we did have multiple proposals originally. And then what the council did was they initially said, okay, this is the concept plan that we like. It has the elements in it that we're interested in. So we've kind of gone through that preliminary, but we don't have a full proposal yet. But when you do that with a developer, what it's saying is, okay, we expect you to go invest more money to be able to get us, all the legal requirements, all the other parts of it done. And we've asked for changes from both projects, quite frankly. And so you saw last night where Abuses Group did that. And I suspect, or I hope anyhow, when the current proposal over at the City Hall property or concept plan, when the concept plan comes back,
right,
it'll take into account some of the feedback when we put it on Facebook and we put it out, because there was quite a bit of feedback on commercial areas being around the park and that type of thing. And so I hope that answers the question, but it certainly, we did take the step to say, hey, we like this concept plan. We want to have the city manager go negotiate with you. And so that kind of becomes like an indicator that, you now have gotten that opportunity to try to do something that is, meaningful.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So there you go, Sean.
There you go, Sean. Thank you, buddy.
Xavier what is happening this weekend for the kids? I missed that. I think Xavier's talking about Science Saturday.
Science Saturday, the kids will come out to Orioles Park. It starts at 9 a.m. Bring the kids out, and we give them, there's some different projects that they do with testing the water. It's very hands-on, enjoyable, good family fun. So have them come out. More details, go to the website and take a look at all the little moving parts of it, but it'll be fun.
Yeah. Xavier, you can go to experienceoldsmar.com, and there's a link on there for that information as well. So, let's see. Cole Danger Morando. With the upcoming open house meetings in regards to the downtown development, are there any plans to have a town hall type forum or a real Q&A between residents and council?
Well, we have this question. We've had this debate multiple times. Our requirements, of course, for public hearings. Most if not all, of the quote-unquote town hall meetings. They are the same as a public hearing in terms of everybody gets to speak. The council is not always in the position at these meetings to respond. Otherwise, not everyone gets to speak. It's the reason why the format for a open house is more productive, and the fact that people get to ask questions. They don't have to wait 3 hours to ask one question. They are in a position to ask multiple questions and get answers, and they're doing it all at the same time. There's also what we'll use is some technology where you can kind of scan, and give feedback on what you're hearing, so that all that information can be collected back. So that's the process, and that's what we voted on last night.
Okay, wonderful. And I am going, and gone. Okay, we're done with.
Oh, and guess what?
Oh, you.
I'm out of coffee. We're out of coffee, so it's that time.
Yeah.
So let me just say thanks to everyone for tuning in. And any of this information, go to our website, look at the agenda item. You can get the full thing. And, of course, you can go to YouTube and watch the meeting as it plays out. I think it was only about an hour and a half last night. Hour and 20. That's it. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you.